Hey guys, I'm transformation specialist and sex addiction recovery coach Rob Lopicola, and I'm so grateful you're here today. This Tuesday, this week, we're talking about the 4 fears of the sex addict that prevent sex addiction recovery. That's right, there are 4 fears that the sex addict believes that is going to prevent recovering from this horrific, progressive addiction that ultimately will destroy your life. And if you are struggling with sex addiction, if you feel you are a sex addict or you're acting out sexually compulsively and your life is becoming a bit unmanageable, and you have been doing everything that you can or that you're aware of through research online or perhaps therapy or 12-step groups, and yet to no avail, you're not able to overcome that compulsion, the obsession to act out sexually. There are 4 fears that you're probably holding on to, and those fears are preventing you from recovering and transforming and changing your life. And there is one solution truly that will break the grip of your sex addiction to help you live a life where you can hold on to your marriage confidently and securely and successfully, and hold on to your jobs and your careers that are being affected negatively by your sex addiction. The relationships, your jobs, your career, your relationship with your family, your social status, financial stability, all of these may be negatively impacted by your sex addiction. And you only have to change one thing for all of that to change, for you to flourish and thrive in your relationships, in your career or job, in your financial stability, because you're going to transform yourself from a life where you're expending so much energy in the direction of your sexual obsession and compulsion. You're going to take that energy and you're going to put that in a direction of success and prosperity. You can take that energy, all that energy, if you think about all the years, months, or decades that you've been putting energy into your sex addiction. Can you imagine taking that energy and converting it to a life where you're prospering in your relationships and in your business or career or job and having financial stability and peace of mind? Can you imagine using that energy to live a beautiful life? Well, you can, and there's only one thing you need to do, and I'm going to talk about that coming up here in just a few minutes. In the meantime, right off the top here, I want to offer you a few free resources that I created for you to help you in your recovery from sex addiction. First, I have a 48-page free ebook. Now, I have the link below and it's on my website. My website is sexaddictionrelief.com. You can go there, download this free ebook. It's 48 pages. It talks about 5 phases of recovery and transformation from sex addiction. It will help you. Secondly, I have a 30-minute, 10-step sex addiction strategy session. Yes, a strategy session. There's 10 steps in there that'll help guide you to a life of sexual sobriety. Take a pen and paper with you for this particular strategy session, because you're going to have to take notes. You're going to learn a lot about how to transform your life from one that is sex addicted to a life of sexual freedom. I also have a 30-day Sex Addicts Recovery and Transformation Accelerator program. This program will in fact change everything about how your mind works in 30 days when it comes to sex addiction relief. Yes, you will be amazed how much you can change if you're willing to do what it takes to change and transform your life. In my 30-day Sex Addicts Recovery and Transformation Accelerator program, you will have to apply for this program, and you and I will have a 45-minute phone call or Zoom call, some FaceTime call, whatever we can do to meet. And we're going to talk about your sex addiction, the pattern of your sex addiction, what effort you have put into gaining sexual sobriety. We're going to talk about that, and I'm going to offer you some strategies that I think will work for you to change and transform your life. And perhaps, if you're approved, I can invite you into that 30-day Sex Addicts Recovery and Transformation Accelerator program. It is fantastic, and boy, it will change your life. So let's get right down to it today. We're going to talk about the 4 fears you may be facing that's preventing you from sex addiction recovery. So the first fear that you likely have, now I want you to meditate on these fears. I want you to think about them to see how they relate to you. You may only have 1, 2 of these fears or 3 of these fears, but most likely you have all 4. I'm a recovering sex addict. I'm sober from sex addiction, methamphetamine addiction, and alcohol addiction for nearly 12 years now. So I understand all the mechanics behind that horrific addiction to sex and drugs and alcohol, methamphetamine in particular. I was in the chem-sex scene for a long time, so I know what it's like to be in this horrific, dark life, and I'm here to help you break free and finally have some sex addiction relief. So let's talk about that first fear. The first fear is the fear of change. This is what I know, and it's familiar and safe. Yes, the fear of change. There is so much fear to change your life because you're so comfortable. It's almost as if you're comfortable being uncomfortable. It's almost as if you feel safe living a life like this because changing is going to be overwhelmingly difficult. At least you believe that. This is a false fear, the fear of change. Change is good. In fact, the one fact of life is change. Change is inevitable. Your circumstance, your jobs will likely change, your career may change, your relationships may change or evolve over time, where you're living may change. Change is inevitable and change is a fact of life. But as the sex addict, you fear change because you have become so comfortable being uncomfortable and familiar and safe. You almost feel safe doing the activities you're doing in your sex addiction. Yet, are you really safe? Are you really in a situation that is comfortable being uncomfortable? Think about all the consequences that you're facing going through a life of sex addiction. The consequences are immeasurable. The consequences are overwhelming. Yet, you have such a fear of changing to a life where you're not going to have consequences, you're going to have rewards. You're going to have rewards in life that's going to make you so happy and content and peaceful and joyful. Because you don't want to live like this anymore. But it's the fear of change that's preventing you. Why are you afraid to change? What is so scary if you were to change and become a different person, perhaps become the person you dream to be? What is that fear all about for you? The second fear is the fear of the unknown. Who will I become? Can you understand that? So you have such a fear of the unknown that you'd rather stay in the known. Because at least in the known, you know what you're getting. I'd rather stay in the known hell than go into the unknown heaven. Because the unknown is heavenly. But you'd rather stay in the known hell because at least you know what you have. And if you go into the unknown, well, who will you become? What type of person will you be if you were to eliminate all of those sexually addictive behaviors out of your life? Who are you going to become? That unknown is scary. You have fear of the unknown. You have the fear of who you will become if you were to let go of all of these sexual behaviors that you're addicted to. In fact, that's your next fear. Fear of letting go of a false believed need. I need these sexual behaviors to feel valued, wanted, excited, and complete or whole. You fear letting go of this false believed need. You fear letting go of what you think, what you believe, the illusion that acting out sexually is making you feel like a whole person or completing you, making you feel valued, wanted, loved, nurtured, needed, desired. All of those feelings you believe you're getting from acting out sexually. What a false belief. fearing letting go of what you believe you need. Because if you think about it, the illusion is you're getting those feelings from acting out sexually. Needed, wanted, loved, valued, nurtured, cared for, desired, right? But really, what are you getting? Isolation, shame, guilt, loneliness, inferiority, perhaps infidelity, shame, guilt. Think of the feelings that you're actually, I might have named one or two of them extra in there, but think about what you're getting really from acting out sexually. But yet, the illusion is I'm getting my perceived needs met. But that's not true. You're tearing your life apart. It's almost as if you don't see it when you're in your addiction. You don't see the true consequences that are coming from acting out in those behaviors, because when you're obsessing and then you become compulsive in those behaviors, there's a feeling of being complete and whole and nurtured and desired. Well, it's not true. It's a lie. And yet you fear letting go of those activities because you believe they're giving you what you think you need. And it's a lie. We need to stop acting out so that we can get valued, wanted, needed, loved, nurtured, cared for in healthy, productive, positive ways. Yes, you can get those actual needs met healthy ways rather than destructive ways. But this false belief that I'm getting my needs met there keeps you going, and you're fearing letting it go because you just don't know who you're going to become. You fear change. You fear the unknown, and you're fearing letting it go and changing, going into the unknown. See how all these correlate? There is also another fear. The next fear is the fear, now think about this, the fear of a missed sexual opportunity. I don't want to miss out on feeling good and possibly experiencing an amazing rush of excitement. Can you imagine that? You're fearing missing an opportunity. You're going to act out sexually with another person in one form or another. It could be public restroom, it could be a sex club, it could be a glory hole, it could be park cruising, because you don't want to miss out on an opportunity that's going to make you feel good, that's exciting. And it's almost as if you crave that excitement, and actually you do crave that excitement. In my other videos, I talk about the dopamine rush, the massive amounts of dopamine that get released from the brain into the body, and you get high off it. You get a fix off it. Your brain becomes a drug manufacturing machine. And I talk about that in my other videos. So you fear missing an opportunity that's sexual because you don't want to miss out on excitement. You don't want to miss out on maybe this one experience is the ultimate experience for me, and I don't want to miss out on it. Well, that's a false belief, because all those experiences have the same result. Shame, isolation, feeling inferior, dirty, and not liking yourself, and feeling gross within yourself. But then you'll go on wearing the mask of laughter and confidence that truly deep down inside, you don't have any of that. It's like you're an egomaniac with inferiority complex. So you're fearing missing a sexual opportunity that you think is going to give you something you need, but that's another lie. It's not going to give you anything you need. It's going to bring you down and tear your life apart, make your life unmanageable, and lead to infidelity or cheating on your partner, and your partner finds out, your marriage is over, your relationship is over, then you're heartbroken, your partner's heartbroken, and then you'll promise you'll change. You'll start making all these promises to yourself and to your partner and other people, and to no avail, you will continue going down that same road. But I have news for you. There is one solution for you as the sex addict, and this solution will work. And it's quite simple. Are you ready for that one solution you've been waiting this whole video for? Change your brain. It's called neuroplasticity. Your brain's ability to change through new thoughts, through new activities, through new behavior, your brain will change. That's called neuroplasticity. And as you practice new thoughts, new behaviors through coaching, through my 30-day Sex Addicts Recovery and Transformation Accelerator program, that's the core of the Accelerator program, is to change your brain, reformat your brain, restructure how your brain works, because that's what you need. Neurogenesis is the production of new neurons in the brain, and there are techniques and strategies you can do to recreate your brain. Now, you can go to therapy and 12-step groups, and all of these are good. All of these are ingredients that will help you lead a life of sexual sobriety where you can prosper and thrive as a healthy individual. But the one thing you need more than anything is to change how your brain works. So I want you to go on my website. I'll have the link below, and I want you to watch my 10-step strategy session. It's going to offer you 10 steps, 10 strategies to change your life, eliminate the fears, and lead a life of sexual sobriety. Then I want you to apply for the Accelerator program. There is no obligation. You and I are going to talk for 45 minutes. I'm going to call you. We're going to talk about your sex addiction and the pattern of your sex addiction. If we agree that you're a fit for the program, we'll get you started. So don't be shy. Don't hold back. There is no reason for you to take advantage of these opportunities I'm offering you. And I'm offering you these opportunities: the free ebook, the strategy session, and then the application for the 30-day Sex Addicts Recovery and Transformation Accelerator program to change your life. What's your life worth? What's your relationship worth? What's your career worth? What is it worth to you to save and change your life? So listen, I look forward to hearing from you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up, and please throw me a comment. This channel is relatively new, and I want to get these videos out there to help as many sex addicts as possible, and I need your help. And by hitting the thumbs up and throwing me some comments and subscribing, it'll help. So please help me do that. And if this video helped you, you know it will help others as well. So please help me along those lines. Thank you so much for spending today with me. I hope you have a great day, and I post a new video every Tuesday. We'll see you next week. You take care.